Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going into some pretty unsettling territory you asked about. True stories, each one linked to a single, really haunting photograph.
Yeah, these images, they kind of freeze time, don't they? Right before or sometimes even during, something truly awful.
Exactly. So we've gone through the source materials, pulled out the details on these eerie pictures, and the tragic events around them.
Our goal here isn't really to analyze so much as just tell the stories.
Right, to kind of unfold what happened, the mystery, the fear, the human side of it all, captured in these final or maybe most critical moments.
And they're more than just pictures, aren't they? They're like these stark windows.
Totally. Windows into lives changing forever. And often, leaving these huge, disturbing questions just hanging there, even decades later.
And that's the power of photography in these cases, I think. How one image can seem so normal, maybe, until you know the backstory. Then your whole interpretation shifts. It's a chilling reminder, really, of life's fragility and the dangers that can be hiding just out of frame.
Okay, let's start with our first one. This image, it's a grainy black and white surveillance photo. You see a young woman at an ATM. Looks completely ordinary.
It's another person getting cash.
Yeah. But this is the last known photo of 22-year-old Christine Rush. It was taken June 26, 1989. She lived in Lenexa, Kansas, with her roommate, Teresa Brown.
And they were last seen just the day before, right? At their apartment.
Correct. And then, the next day, things get really strange. Christine calls her boss, and Teresa's boss, saying neither of them can come to work. Said they were sick.
And that was it. The last anyone heard.
That was a last contact. After those calls, nothing. They vanished.
Wow. So what happened next?
2 days later, June 28th, police find a car parked in Grandview, Missouri. It belongs to a guy already wanted by the police, Richard Grissom Jr.
Okay.
Inside the car, they find Christine's and Teresa's stuff, jewelry, credit cards, even a key to their apartment.
No.
And it gets worse. There was another key in there, a key to the apartment of Joan Butler, another woman from the area who is also missing.
So Grissom is linked to 3 missing women just like that.
Seems like it. He was arrested about a week later. Turns out he was a painter, a decorator, and disturbingly, he had master keys.
Master keys. 2 apartment buildings.
Yes, lots of them, all over Lenexa. Plus, he had a violent past, committed his first murder when he was just 16.
Unbelievable. So this ATM photo, what's the real story there?
Right, back to the photo. It was taken at 10 p.m. on June 26th in Belton, Missouri. That's Christine, emptying Teresa Brown's bank account.
Oh, God. So the police theory is...
Detectives are pretty sure Teresa was already dead by this point.
Right.
And that Grissom was forcing Christine, holding her against her will, to withdraw the money. She'd meet the same fate soon after.
It's that contrast, isn't it? The everyday act, the ATM withdrawal.
Yeah.
But behind it is just pure horror. It makes you think, how often does this happen? These moments of, extreme distress caught on camera, but nobody notices.
It's a truly chilling thought. Looking at her face in that black and white picture, knowing what she must have been going through. It's just awful.
And Grissom.
He was found guilty in 1990. 4 life sentences for the murders of Christine and Teresa, but their bodies were never recovered.
Never found.
Never. He's also the prime suspect in at least 2 other killings. He won't be eligible for parole until, 2095. But he's never said a word about where he buried them.
Just silence.
Still, deafening silence. Okay, moving to our next image. This one shifts from sort of hidden terror to, real ambiguity.
Okay.
It's a CCTV still, from Corning Glassworks in Bradford, Pennsylvania. It shows a maintenance guy, Dale Kerstetter, walking alongside another man who's wearing a balaclava.
A masked man, right.
This was September 12, 1987, around 11 p.m. That same night, platinum piking worth about $250,000 was stolen from the plant.
$250,000, wow.
Dale, the maintenance man, is seen being led by this masked figure towards the room where the platinum was kept. A bit later, the masked man comes out, alone, dragging a big black bag.
And Dale?
Vanished, never seen again, body never found, still missing today.
So the photo, what are the theories? He looks like he's being led away, maybe?
That's one theory. Some people look at the photo, see Dale looking directly at the camera for a split second, and think it was a silent plea. Help me, I'm in danger.
Makes sense. But you said ambiguity.
Right. Because there's another theory. What if Dale was in on it?
An accomplice.
Yeah. Some investigators think that look at the camera wasn't fear at all. It was more like a defiant. Gotcha. Like he was part of the heist.
That changes things quite a bit. Is there anything to back that up?
Well, yeah, there's stuff that points both ways, which is why it's so baffling. Moments before this photo, Dale was apparently seen talking pretty casually with the masked guy. No sign of distress.
Casually. With a man in a balaclava.
Apparently. And he wasn't like constantly supervised, he was moving around freely. So the accomplice theory suggests he either slipped away through an exit nobody saw, or maybe he got double-crossed by his partner.
Double-crossed and killed.
Possibly. And adding fuel to that fire, the plant manager said whoever took the platinum knew exactly where to go. So they were extremely familiar with the plant.
An inside job, basically.
Exactly. And Dale, he had money troubles, about $40,000 in debt, just took a pay cut. He had a motive.
Okay, motive, opportunity, maybe. But what about the other side? Why think he was a victim?
Well, his family was adamant. They said, yeah, he had money problems, but they were manageable. He wouldn't just abandon his family. He had 7 kids, 2 grandkids.
That's a strong point. Anything else?
The sniffer dogs. When they brought them in, they tracked Dale's scent, not to an exit, but to a glass furnace on the 2nd floor.
A furnace. That's grim. Was that part of his normal work area?
No, not usually. That detail, the furnace, it makes you lean towards him being a victim, doesn't it? Maybe killed and disposed of right there.
Yeah, that sounds more like panic or a double cross than a planned escape. It really is ambiguous. Was he forced? Was he involved and then betrayed? That photo just leaves you hanging.
It really does. Okay, from potential betrayal, let's move into something. Well, even stranger. Extreme belief, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Our next photo. At first glance, it looks kind of sweet. Just a man and an older woman in a small boat looking like they're about to head out.
A family outing.
Looks like it. But the story behind it. It's wild. This is 56-year-old Adrian Manovo and his elderly mother, Felicity Loveday.
Yeah.
Taken December 11th, 2019, just before they left on a supposed 3-day boat trip in Port Phillip Bay near Melbourne, Australia.
Okay, sounds normal so far, but I'm guessing it wasn't.
Not even close. The reason for the trip. Adrian apparently believed his mother was afflicted by bad magic or evil spirits.
Seriously?
Yeah, and this boat trip was meant to be a ritual, to use seawater to cleanse her. Both of them were into Buddhist mysticism. A friend even said Adrian believed he was Christ reborn.
Wow, okay, that's a lot.
And Felicity, the mother, she wasn't just passively involved. She was apparently a worshipful master in the Freemasons, a very secretive group.
So deep beliefs on both sides. This really shows how far people can go when conviction mixes with, well, maybe delusion.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
And the preparations Adrian made beforehand are just deeply suspicious.
How so?
He bought this boat, right? But he registered it, insured it, all in his sister Christina's name.
His sister, okay.
Yeah. Then, just before leaving, he gives Christina everything. All his online passwords, bank details, his will, leaving his entire estate to her.
He gave her his will before a 3-day boat trip. That's a massive red flag.
Huge. And Christina, she's the one who took this photo of them setting off.
The sister took the picture.
Yeah.
They leave on the 11th. They don't come back. Christina reports them missing on the 14th. Eventually, searchers find the boat, capsized, floating in the bay. Their life jackets were found nearby, too.
But not them.
No sign of Adrian or Felicity. Bodies never recovered.
So what did the investigation turn up? Aside from the weird ritual stuff.
More red flags. They set off with only half a tank of fuel. Nowhere near enough for 3 days out on the water.
Right.
The boat itself was tiny. Totally unsuitable for an overnight trip, let alone 3 days. No sleeping space, nothing.
Just doesn't add up for a planned trip.
Not at all. And it gets darker. Police found Adrian had searched online for sea burial just days before they disappeared.
Oh boy, sea burial. Yeah. Combine that with him giving his will to his sister, the boat in her name. It leads to some really disturbing theories.
I can only imagine. Like what?
Oh, the creepiest one. It suggests that in this very photo, Felicity, the mother, might have already been dead.
What? In the photo? How?
The theory is Christina took the picture as a kind of fake proof of life to show Felicity was alive when they left. Then Adrian supposedly dumped her body at sea during the trip.
And then what? Took his own life.
That's one possibility.
Yeah.
Leaving everything to Christina. Or maybe he faked his own death too, slipped away in a smaller boat, and Christina is secretly supporting him somewhere now.
Has the sister said anything? Christine.
She denies it all, of course, and claimed her mother was just, quote, taking a nap in the photo.
Making a nap before a 3-day ritual sea cleansing trip in a tiny boat.
Exactly. Whatever the truth is, it's the last picture ever taken of either of them. The mystery just hangs there. It's baffling and tragic.
Truly bizarre. Shows that thin line between faith and something much darker.
Okay, our final image for today. This one is incredibly haunting, taken during a very famous and tragic event, the Ruby Ridge Siege.
Ah, Ruby Ridge.
Yes. The photo shows Vicki Weaver. She's cradling her 10-month-old baby daughter, Elisheba, just moments before Vicki was killed.
God, that's heartbreaking just hearing it described. August 1992, right? Idaho.
That's right. An 11-day siege and shootout. It started because Vicki's husband, Randy Weaver, didn't show up for a court date on firearms charges. He basically retreated with his family and a friend to their remote cabin.
And law enforcement surrounded them.
Yes. Things escalated horribly on August 21st. There was a confrontation between marshals and Randy's 14-year-old son, Sammy, and their friend, Kevin Harris.
And that's when the first shots were fired.
Yeah. A marshal shot Sammy Weaver in the back, killing him. Kevin Harris then shot and killed that marshal.
Just awful escalation.
After that, reports say green light was basically given. Orders to shoot any armed adult family members on site. The Weavers brought Sammy's body back to a nearby cabin, grieving, refusing to surrender.
And this photo of Vicki and the baby was taken when?
It was taken shortly before the final fatal incident on August 22nd. Randy, his daughter Sarah, and Kevin Harris went outside the main cabin towards where Sammy's body was.
Oh.
An FBI sniper opened fire, hit Randy in the back. They all scrambled to get back inside the main cabin.
Under fire.
Yes. As they were rushing back, the sniper fired a second shot, aimed at Kevin Harris, hitting him in the chest.
And Vicki.
Vicki was standing just inside the doorway, holding the baby. The bullet that went through Kevin exited his body and struck Vicki. It killed her instantly, passed right over the baby she was holding, missed the infant by inches.
And the photo. The marshals had just taken that picture of her with the baby.
Moments before. That's the core of the controversy. They knew the baby was there, right in her arms, behind that door. It makes that second shot seem incredibly reckless, to put it mildly.
Knowing a baby was right there just adds another layer of tragedy. What happened after?
Randy Weaver eventually surrendered. He was arrested, went to trial, but was only found guilty of the original failure to appear charge. Nothing else.
Really? After everything?
Yeah. He served about 16 months. He and his surviving kids filed a wrongful death lawsuit against the government.
And the outcome?
It was settled out of court. Randy got $100,000. His 3 surviving daughters each received $1 million.
Yeah.
But, no amount of money can undo that. That image of Vicki and her baby, it captures that fear, that desperation, and the horrific outcome of it all.
It really forces you to grapple with the consequences, doesn't it? When official actions, even if perceived as necessary by some at the time, lead to such utter devastation, especially for an innocent life caught in the middle.
Definitely. So today, we've looked at some really unsettling moments, each one kind of burned into a photograph.
Yeah, chilling reminders that darkness can hide in plain sight or under really ordinary circumstances.
From that quiet horror at the ATM, the weird ambiguity at the glassworks, that bizarre ritual at sea.
And the tragedy at Ruby Ridge.
Right. These pictures, they really make you look closer, don't they? Try to understand the stories they hold.
And they often leave you with more questions than answers, which is maybe the most unsettling part.
Totally. What if Christine had fought back? What if Dale had shown fear? What really happened on that boat? What if that sniper hadn't taken the second shot? These unknowns, they linger.
And that's the lasting power, I think. Not just the shock value, but the questions they raise.
Oh, yeah.
About people, about desperation, belief, survival. They stay with you.
Well, thank you for joining us as we explore these really haunting true stories.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
If you found these stories as captivating and maybe as disturbing as we did, please do make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Horror Docx.
We appreciate the support. It helps us keep bringing you these deep dives.
It really does. Until next time, please stay safe. And remember, sometimes the truth is way more terrifying than fiction.